What am I doing? I'm looking through this prism. And this looking through or seeing through things is such a big deal in photography. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Aries, and today I'm going to tell you a trick, a little secret of sorts, which will turn your pictures from basic okay types to really professional looking pictures with just this one trick, and this one trick can change your pictures like drastically. So let's get on with this video. So looking through things, by this I don't mean looking through a keyhole or prying on people, not all that. That may be another channel for somebody else, but for this we teach nice photography, filmmaking stuff. So seeing through things using a foreground or some object that your subject that you're shooting has a little framing of sorts, has a little perspective which makes the picture stand out and look professional. I know it may seem like a very small basic trick, but this trick really makes that little difference which makes your pictures really look wow. So the first criteria of this kind of shooting is try to use a foreground of sorts. Like for example, you're shooting a model or a person or a portrait. Don't just shoot with the person standing in front of you and you just use your camera or phone and just shoot. Use something. Pick up anything that's around you. See what's around you. Maybe a leaf, maybe a glass, maybe some kind of a plastic, some kind of a little light that's coming, a candle light, fire. Like there are these small little things that you can use in front of your lens while you're clicking. Now this trick can be used for pictures as well as videos, and it looks really nice if it's used really well. I mean, you don't have to overdo it ki every time you click a picture or you take a video something has to be in front of it, but mostly if you do that and if you do it in the right manner, the pictures really look good. Now ideally this trick works really well when you have a lens with a very big aperture, as in the lens opens up really wide, as in as low as 1.8 or 1.4 or even 2 or 2.8 works. And then when you hold an object very close to the lens, the object is blurred and the subject which is in front of you that you're clicking is in focus. So this just creates a little bit of a haze in front of the lens, or it blocks certain things which you don't want to reveal in your frame. Maybe a person, if you're shooting in somebody's house and there are some clothes hanging or there's a refrigerator which you do want to hide or cover or mask. So basically you can use that object in front of your lens and kind of cover this. That's one use of it, but there are many other ways of using this. Now, I have shot pictures of people or my models in near trees or parks, and I have just used the branch of a tree or some flower just which fallen down or a leaf and just put that little leaf or a flower in front of my lens, and the picture really turns into something magical. Especially if the girl is wearing like maybe a floral color dress and I'm using a flower in front of my lens, and maybe it's a pink color flower, so it just adds a little color in front of the lens and on the subject. When you see these pictures, you know what I'm talking about. Also, when you shoot through these flowers or leaves, or a model is standing behind a tree or like a branch or like these leaves just falling in front of her, there is a lot of foreground and background which happens, and because of that, especially when the model is in focus, it just looks so good, as if your eye is searching through and finally you find the subject that the focus is on. So basically, a lot of pictures don't look so great when everything is in focus. The fun or the magic lies when only the main model or the main subject is in focus and things are on and off, in focus and out of focus, in front of the subject and behind the subject. So that is where the craziness happens, and that is where your pictures start to look more and more professional. Now, for things that you can use in front of your lens. Things like this. This is a prism, and this you can buy online. It's easily available. It's like a glass prism basically, and it refracts light. So when you're shooting through this lens, basically keeping this prism in front of your lens on the side of the lens, so it gives like different kinds of shapes and forms to the image. It kind of gives some mirror images, a little distorted edges on the side. So it's a very interesting kind of a thing to use in your photographs. But you don't only have to use this. There are various other things. Sometimes if I don't find anything, I just pick up a glass cup or a glass and just hold it in front of your lens. It just changes things. Then of course you have to keep experimenting with the angle of the glass, where you hold it, how far away do you hold it from the edge, or which angle do you can hold it up, down, side, left, right, wherever you want to. Then you can use things like a color gel paper, like a cellophane paper, gel paper basically, which you use on your lights also, red, blue, green. You can use these gel papers. Sometimes you can also cover the full lens with it, or maybe just a part of the lens, so that it kind of gives a little trippy kind of a feel to the whole picture. Then you can use things like fairy lights. Fairy lights are those small little lights which you may have seen, and those are really something which give outstanding results when you put it very close to your lens. Like in this picture I have put when I was clicking my friend Shruti over here. I mean, she was holding one edge of the fairy light and I was using the other side of the fairy light, and you can see how well the bokeh of these lights come in the pictures. They look outstanding, they look magical, simply magical. So fairy lights is something that a lot of photographers use, and they look really nice in pictures, using it as a foreground and shooting through them. But apart from using things in front of your lens or holding things in front of your lens, you can also use a location, or the location where you're shooting. Supposing you're shooting at a parking lot, you can use some cars as a foreground and shoot from behind a car, just like an edge of a car or a windscreen of a car. So you can use these kind of things in front of your pictures, in front of your models, or in front of your subject to make your pictures stand out. These kind of angles that can make your pictures really look different. I know it doesn't come naturally always. It didn't come naturally to me either, but with practice, with training your mind to think in a certain way, the more you shoot, the more you practice this technique, the more you will get used to it, and you'll find things to pick up and shoot when you're clicking pictures, and you'll see what different angles to use, or what different subjects or objects you can use in front of your photo to make them more interesting, frame them better, and basically shoot through things. In fact, I would suggest make it like a assignment for you, that maybe this whole next week I will only click pictures with objects in front of them, as in use this technique and shoot through things, and not just bare objects or bare subjects that you want to click. So this is one very simple technique which makes your pictures look from amateur to professional, and I thought I should share this technique with you because it has really helped me. It really transformed my photography and my videography when I started using this technique. So I'm sure you will try to incorporate this in your pictures, in your videos. Let me know how your pictures turned out to be. In fact, if you do click such pictures, please do tag me on my Instagram handle. My Instagram handle is this, and I would love to see your pictures and how do you use this technique. And well, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And I don't need to tell you to subscribe to this channel in every video, do I? I'm sure you've already subscribed. I mean, there's no doubt, is there? Anyways, so until next time, keep clicking.